All right, guys, let's check out the Helson SharkMaster 300. This is actually a rebuy for me. About 2 years ago, I had one of these, and not really much has changed other than I feel like the overall quality, the construction of the main watch body seems to be a little bit better. I definitely like the bezel action on this newer, it's not a newer version, just a current run versus the one I had 2 years ago. This one I think I'm going to hold on to, and I'm going to tell you why. Well, I'm going to hold on to it until I don't hold on to it. So don't get it twisted. I like the watch. I haven't even really experienced wearing it too much, but I want to. But I'm going to tell you kind of what's holding me back a little bit. So this is Snapshot in Time. I picked this up April of 2022. They were actually doing a sale, and it was back when I decided that I wanted to do more affordable watches, like under $1,000. This one definitely meets that criteria. The retail price on it is $729. They were doing a sale. I think I paid $6 something. It was a decent sale. I don't remember exactly what I paid, but even at $730, it's actually not that bad because they're claiming, and they even write it on the case back. I haven't pulled the case back off to verify it, but they're saying it has an ETA 2824 in it. Maybe one day I'll pull the case back off to verify that, but if you're going to claim that on the case back, it better be inside. I will pull it at some point, not in this video, and verify that. So case on this is like 41 and a half, but it's hard to get an accurate measurement because on the crown side, it is kind of like integrated into the case side, like lug guards, crown guards. Wow, I can't think. Sorry, guys. Lug to lug is 47.2. You do have drilled lugs, but you can see it's kind of a flat plane on this thing, but that is because it is a homage watch to the older Omega Seamaster 300. Thickness 13.9, so almost 14 mil, but that's including that boxed and double dome sapphire crystal. 20 millimeter lug width. Bracelet tapers down to 18. You have a 6.5 screw down crown. It is rated at 300 meter water depth rating. Now, before we get too far into the video, I want to say what I absolutely, I don't want to say hate, but what's stopping me from wearing it comfortably is the bracelet and the clasp. The watch itself, I love it, but the bracelet is kind of sharp. I mean, it could be comfortable if it was softened because it does that thing and it folds over flat and everything. So it has some elements that I like, but the clasp is 100% terrible. And you guys know me, I typically am fine with this style clasp where it's milled in the center and then stamped on the outside. But the action of this is just terrible. Like sometimes I have a hard time even, like right now, prying it up. Like if I didn't have strong fingernails, that would suck. Like, so for a lot of you guys, you're going to agree with me on this. It's just like, that's terrible. So the clasp, 100% is borderline deal breaker. But you can put a different clasp in here. It's not going to be that difficult to do. The it's just spring bars there, so you just get the measurements and you can put a different clasp in there. So I may try that and then soften the bracelet, basically sand it down and smooth it out. But I knew full well buying this watch that this is going to end up on shark mesh. So I'm just trying to choose which one I want. I think I'm going to try a strap code 20 that tapers. I just need to get my measurement down and then order it up. They're like 130 bucks. If anybody, maybe I'll reach out to Strapcode and see if they want to, send me a couple things, but I doubt it. I'll probably just buy it. I think this watch on a shark mesh is just gold. It's what I envision this watch being on. So it also comes with this Tropic strap. I could put it on that, but I typically don't wear those type of rubber straps. The other weird thing about the bracelet is, like some G-Shocks, the spring bars, the link pins are spring bars. So kind of like a G-Shock. It's a little weird. It's easy to size once you understand how it works, but it's just kind of weird. So I don't know. Take it or leave it. I guess it's maybe better than, I don't know. I would rather almost just have a split pin, if I'm being honest. So the bracelet and the clasp are kind of what are holding me back. Let's talk about the positives. I wasn't sure I was going to like the blue. I had the black one in the past. I knew I wanted no date with the large triangle at the 12. So I went with the blue. And the blue is extremely dark. Like, you guys are watching this and you're probably thinking it's black. But in some lights, you can kind of see the blue. Probably going to have a hard time. Like, it looks black most of the time. So I'm good with that because I traditionally don't, even though I own blue watches, blue isn't like necessarily my favorite, but this one being that it's mostly dark or black looking, then I'm totally fine with that. You have a sapphire bezel insert. You have insane amount of lume on this. I'll show you that in a minute. And the bezel action is excellent. The feel, the consistency, the alignment, the bezel is excellent. So I'm happy with all that. The finishing on the watch, also excellent. I love the lyre lugs. That is one thing I love about Omega, and there's it's not like Omega owns that style of lug. I mean, Doxa's done it. There's been a ton of other brands that have done it. It's not like it's exclusive to just Omega. This one happens to be a homage watch, and quite frankly, if Omega was to do a reissue or whatever you want to call it, a homage to their own brand, and bring back this style of 300, I would probably get rid of this and buy that, because that's the Omega that I actually want, other than the Ploperov. That one's really growing on me too. So anyway, guys, enough rambling. Let's pop this on wrist. There it is on my 7 1/4 inch wrist. I can totally wear it. I know that the clasp sucks. Once it's on wrist, it doesn't really matter, but taking it on and off just kind of makes it feel cheap. And this isn't a cheap watch. It's still $730 if you can get them. That's the other thing. They seem to be consistently sold out on the Helson website. I'll put a link down below. It was kind of weird that they must have did a big restock and put them on sale, and I picked it up on sale. It's kind of weird that they sell out even at full price, that they even did a sale, but regardless, I got a little bit better deal. So I hate that clasp. Okay, so I want to show it next to the sub just for size reference, because pretty much all you guys have subs, right? No, I know you don't. I'm just playing, but I felt like, mixing it up instead of doing the SKX as the size reference. But it does have the ghost date position, meaning when you unscrew the crown, that is one other thing that some people might not like. I don't really care. So you unscrew the crown, you got a nice winding position there, and then you have the first position out is actually for date change, but there's no date on this one. So that's what you mean by phantom or ghost position. And then the next position out hacks the movement, stops the seconds hand, so you can adjust the time. Like I said, I absolutely love the watch. I just need to get it on shark mesh, and then I'll be happy. Maybe. All right, let's check the lume. The lume is outstanding. It is very bright and long lasting. Excellent lume. Easy to read too. All right, guys, thanks for watching. I'll catch you on the next video.